Hello friends, welcome to Wow IAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 22nd of September 2021 and now we are going to discuss 5 current affair based MCQs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But first let us discuss the question that was asked yesterday, and yesterday's question was, who is the first person to preach Buddhism in Sri Lanka? A. Huan Sang, B. Vijay Singhava, C. Kumar Gupta, and D. Kumar Jiva. You have to choose the correct option. So the first person to preach Buddhism in Sri Lanka is B. Kumar Singhava. Kumar Singhava is the first person to preach Buddhism in Sri Lanka, and Kumar Jiva, if you see, he is the first person to introduce Buddhism in China. And Huan Sang, if you see, Huan Sang is the traveler from China who converted the great Harshvardhan into Mahayana Buddhism. And you have Kumar Gupta. Kumar Gupta is the famous king from Gupta dynasty who founded the Nalanda University. So this is all the information about these 4 options. Now let's move on. Guys, as you know, daily we upload 5 current affair based MCQs along with their solutions in a PDF format. This PDF is available in our Telegram channel at free of cost. You can download this from our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. So if you follow this initiative, there is no need for you to cover current affairs separately. Okay, because also we upload daily current affairs summary as well in our Telegram channel. Now let's look at the first question. The first question is, consider the following statements with respect to SPIN scheme. First one, the objective of the scheme is to promote skilling and skill upgrading in the traditional sectors of handloom, handicraft, sericulture and jute. Second one, it is launched by the Ministry of Textile. Here you have to choose the correct option. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So SPIN scheme, if you see, as the name suggests, it is related to something spinning, and it is actually the scheme for potters. It is related to pottery. So the first statement is wrong, and second statement is also wrong, as it is launched by Khadi and Village Industries Commission. So the correct answer is D, neither 1 nor 2. So recently the KVIC launched the SPIN, Strengthening the Potential of India scheme to make potters self-sustainable. Under the SPIN scheme, the KVIC will facilitate potters to get easy loans from banks that will help the potters to diversify their activities and enhance their income. It is aimed at sustainable development by creating local employment, which is aligned with the Prime Minister's commitment to job to every hand. And the features of this scheme is, it is a no subsidy scheme, and the KVIC facilitates potters to get bank loans under the Pradhan Mantri Sishu Mudra Yojana. No financial burden on the exchequer, and the beneficiaries can repay the loans in easy installments. Now let's look at the second question. Consider the following statements about sea cucumbers. First one, the sea cucumbers are marine invertebrates that live on the seafloor, generally in the tropical regions. Second one, they are integral part of the coral ecosystem. So we have to choose the correct option. So the first one is right because they are the marine invertebrates and they live on the seafloor. Second one is also right because they are very important or very helpful for this coral ecosystem. Correct option is C, both 1 and 2. So recently the Indian Coast Guard has seized 2 tons of sea cucumbers, and that's why this was in news. And it is a banned marine species, you can say, because it is given the highest protection under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, as it is placed under the Schedule 1. And recently it was found, you can say it was banned by the Coast Guards in the Gulf of Mannar and Park Bay region. So the Gulf of Mannar and Park Bay region is in between the Tamil Nadu region and Sri Lanka. And they are the marine invertebrates that live on the seafloor, generally in the tropical regions, and they are named for their unusually long shape that resembles a fat cucumber. They are integral part of the coral ecosystem, and the main byproduct of these sea cucumbers is the digestion of the sand, and calcium carbonate is a byproduct, and this is essential for the survival of the corals. They act like garbage collectors of the world ocean, and they recycle nutrients, thus playing an important role in keeping corals in very good condition. So these sea cucumbers, if you see, they have high demand in China and other Southeast Asian countries. So that's why people try to collect them. Now let's look at this third question. The Global Innovation Index, which was in news recently, is released by A, World Economic Forum, B, World Intellectual Property Organization, C, World Bank, and D, International Monetary Fund. The correct option is B, World Intellectual Property Organization. So recently India climbed 2 spots and has been ranked 46 in the Global Innovation Index 2021 rankings, and it was launched by the World Intellectual Property Organization, which is a specialized UN agency. The Global Innovation Index aims to capture the multidimensional facets of innovation, ranking, and rich analysis referencing around 132 economies. It is published in partnership with various institutes across the globe. And the top 5 countries, if you see, Switzerland, Sweden, US, UK, and Korea. These are the top 5 countries. And Asian countries, if you see, Singapore, China, Japan, Hong Kong, they are in the top 15. And India has been on the upward trajectory over the past few years in this Global Innovation Index, and India has shot up from a rank of 81 in 2015 to 46 in 2021, which is a great improvement for India. So India has to work towards improving this rank in the innovation, because this will be very important for jobs, as the number of people who need jobs is increasing every day. Okay, so that's the important thing about Global Innovation Index. Now let's move on to the next question, the fourth question. With reference to the famous Satriya dance, consider the following statements. Satriya is a combination of music, dance and drama. Second one, it is centuries old living tradition of Vaishnavites in Assam. Third one, it is based on classical ragas and talas of the devotional songs composed by Tulsidas, Kabir and Mirabai. You have to choose the correct option, A 1 only, B 1 and 2 only, C 2 and 3 only, and D 1, 2 and 3. The correct option is, actually the first statement is right. The second statement is also right, because it is a Vaishnava tradition of Assam. But the third statement is wrong, because it is not based on the classical ragas and talas. Okay, and it is not composed by Tulsidas, Kabir or Mirabai. The correct option is B 1 and 2 only. Satriya dance originated in Sataram, which is monastery in the part of the Neo-Vaishnavite movement started by Acharya Shankardev in Assam. He propagated the Ek Sharan Nam Dharma, which is chanting the name of one god devotedly. It is introduced in the 15th century. Satriya was given the status of classical dance in the year 2000 by Sangeet Natak Academy. The themes performed are mostly on Radha Krishna and other myths. It consists of Dhemali drum playing, known as Gayan Bayan, where several men playing drums in various talas are also use hand gestures. The popular artists are Guru Jatin Goswami and Sharodi Saiki are amongst the others. It is based on devotional songs composed by Shankar Deva. Now let's look at the fifth question. With reference to the Buddhist history, tradition and culture in India, consider the following pairs. Famous shrine and their location is given. Tabor Monastery and Temple Complex of Spiti Valley. Second one, the Lotsava Lakhang in the Jaskar Valley. The Aichi Temple Complex in Ladakh. You have to choose the correct option. A 1, B 2 and 3, C 1 and 3, and D 1, 2 and 3. So if you see the Tabor Monastery, it is in Spiti Valley, Himachal Pradesh. The first one is right. The third one, if you see the Aichi Temple Complex, it is located in Ladakh. This is also right, in the Alchi village. But the third one, the second one, if you see the Lotsava Lakhang, it is located in Himachal Pradesh in the Kinnaur region. So this one is wrong. 1 and 3 are right. Correct option is C, 1 and 3 only. Okay, so Tabor Monastery, as I said, it is located in Tabor village of Spiti Valley in Himachal Pradesh, and the Alchi complex, if you see, it is in the Alchi village of Leh district. And the Lotsava Lakhang temple is the 12th century temple of Ko in Kinnaur region of Himachal Pradesh. It has been identified as one of the 100 most endangered 100 most endangered heritage sites by the World Monument Fund. Now let's look at the question of the day. The question of the day is, which of the following currency is not part of the SDR? SDR stands for the special drawing right. A euro, B pound, C renminbi, and D franc. So do give your answer in the comment box, and tomorrow we will discuss this question. And guys, as you know, we are providing the Vision Prelims Test Series Summary, Vision PT 365 Summary, Vision Mains Test Series Summary, and Vision Monthly Magazine Summary. The PT 365 Summary and Prelims Test Series Summary is definitely going to help you for your prelims preparation. It is going to drastically reduce your preparation time. So do make the best use of this initiative, and you can do wonders in the prelims examination. Okay, you can check the quality of these initiatives from our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. So that's it guys from my side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.